What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Matt. Welcome to the Matter of Fact podcast. First of all, I'm mad excited. I'm excited to finally bring to fruition something that I've been thinking about, planning about for probably like 2 years now. What I want to tell y'all like about this podcast, what it's really centered around is like perseverance. So that's like the main topic. It's about like people who I feel has made it to their destination, like their goal in life and reach success. And I want to know like the steps they took in between, like the adversity they faced, the hurdles they went over, and like all the things that they went through and still pushed through and still made what they did. Because I hate it. Well, I ain't gonna say I hate it, but I don't like it when people be like you don't understand the stuff I went through to try to get where I'm at right now. It's like, nah, I want to know like the stuff you went through to get to where you at. Like, cause people just try to like brush over it and not say nothing, and I just want to know about that jump. So that's really the whole basis behind it. Y'all, hopefully, like this builds into a real flourishing community, and that community turns into a family. We just like turn into a family of learning, come and having fun, just chilling, and do all that other stuff. So without further ado, like all that mushy stuff, like let's get into the show now. So, people was asking me, like, is this show gonna have like guests? Or am I just gonna be on here blabbing the whole time? Like, and yes, I'm gonna be on here blabbing the whole time, and yes, it's gonna have guests. So, my first guest, I'm mad excited. Like, this dude is my brother. He was one of the people that like hyped me up to even do this thing. I'm mad excited to have him on here. But I got an intro video because I got an intro song because I want to introduce my boy. So, I feel like this is starting following. Hey, yo. So, this guest, he's a father. Boy and girl dad. He's a husband, so ladies, I'm sorry. Entrepreneur, inspirational mentor, a youth pastor. World-renowned motivational speaker. He a Montclair State graduate. The brother's 6'10", like it's nothing you don't do that. Some people call him PM. Some people call him Lava. Some people call him Big Mike. He sometimes calls himself Mr. Edible Arrangement.
Yo, Naj, does this keep rolling?
This your first time doing this? Yeah. That was good, yo. I was flowing.
Yo, do I stop it?
Huh?
Do I stop it?
Did we stop it?
Nah, don't stop it.
No.
Because I got some of this shit.
Keep that
Feel me, short.
Oh, look.
Yo, what's going on with your PC and shit?
45, 47. No, 45, 47.
I can edit that, like, like just go right in. Let's edit that then.
As I was saying, sorry, nah. He sometimes calls himself Mr. Edible Arrangement. But I like to call him Money Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Spence.
There we go.
What's going on, brother?
My brother, give me some.
What's going on?
How you doing? Got you, bro.
Yo, bro, so first of all, I just want to say thank you for coming on here.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Like, you was one of the first people that, when I hit you and I told you about this junk, you was like, yo, bro, like, this is a great idea. Like, you should start this joint. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all in, like, whatever you need. And I appreciate that. Like, I'm like, yo, because, like, having that support like that, like I said in the beginning, like, it's oh, my fault. BTS. Like, it means a lot, bro. So, like, I just want to say thank you.
I appreciate you, bro. You know how we roll, bro. For sure.
Now, I brought you on here because the topic today
Yes, sir.
is how to persevere through life when it looks like there's no way out.
Dang.
Now, Mike, I ain't gonna lie, brother, you've been through the woods.
Been through the woods, brother. Still in them joints, low key.
So I was like, yo, who could I get that's like the best person I know who like really been through something? Because nobody want to hear from somebody that ain't been through nothing.
Got you.
So, and like I was telling you the other day, it's like, yo, I feel like it's like a scale of when I'm like, I don't know, living my life.
Yeah.
I'll compare like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through this, but Mike went through this, so like I'm still kind of good because I ain't reached that part yet. So like I can still like breathe. Type
I ain't
stuff.
down that bad.
Yeah, so it's like I'm still good.
Yeah.
And just to see you like bounce back from stuff, like it's just inspirational, bro. And like I just you motivate me to like, you know, keep pushing even if I feel like I really mess up on some junk.
Appreciate you, bro. That's
So yeah, like just starting out, like what was it like as a kid growing up? Like I know like it was just you and your mom in the house, like your sister, like your dad stuff. So like just talk a little bit about that.
So it was really I started off with just me and my mom. My dad was around, but my dad didn't live with me. He was doing the best he could. My dad's from Jamaica, my mom's from North. To this day, I don't know how they made it work. Yeah, if you see my dad, he's a docile, chill dude. My mom's loud, like you can hear her before you see her. Yeah. But
I understand.
But I think that it was young. I think if I could just encapsulate how I was younger, I would just misguided. I would say that I am what I needed when I was a kid. To my kids, I needed a man in the house. I needed someone to consistently guide me. That's why I put so much effort into being a father, because there's some moments where I just wanted to talk to my dad and I couldn't wait till the weekend. Or I just wanted to talk to my dad and a phone call just wouldn't do. And my mom was doing the best she could at the time. Like, you know, my mom working 2 and 3 jobs and my grandmother stepped in heavy. So it was it was women raising men, but there were certain things that I just needed a man's perspective.
Right.
And when you don't have a man's perspective at that time, sometimes you run other things. You run to the streets, you run to TV, you run to whatever is familiar because you just need something. And I think that for so long I was searching for something that really I didn't know where to begin at. So, and of course I didn't find the positive, so I went towards the negative. So I was just being a knucklehead, getting in trouble. And then I think that my journey, my turnaround, would probably like when I really said, you know, I think I'm bugging, was when I think I got arrested. Like that was my sophomore year.
You got arrested?
Yeah, I got arrested, bro. Wow.
I mean, you don't got. I want to ask like how, but like I ain't.
So it's funny because we were at church and we left, and my boy was like, "Yo, let's go to the store." They canceled youth group this day, so we was like, "All right, we're gonna go to the store. We're gonna go grab something to eat." And then my boy, we was outside doing some dumb junk. Somebody calls the police. So now we bring in the chase. I'm a basketball player. All my friends smoked at the time. I ain't gonna say their names because their parents still attend church, and I don't want them to know that their kids is backslide. But nevertheless, like my boys, they was doing them, right? And so I was playing basketball. I went to St. Anthony's at the time in Jersey City, so I wasn't even trying to do too much. So now we running, and then my boy gets stuck on the fence. We run from the police. They come, they try to corner us. My boy gets stuck on the fence. I technically could have outran my boys, but I wanted them to kind of get, you know, I knew I could hold my own. So then when they got on the fence, I pushed my boy up, but he got stuck. He gets stuck. So now, I'm gonna be honest, the Irvington in me wanted to pull him down and be like, yo, bro, you had your chance. I gotta get over this fence. But I was like, you know what? I thought I was being, you know, a good person by this. You know what? Let me just push him over the fence. So I pushed him over the fence. And then and he gets over, but then it took him so long that by the time the cops caught up to us, I put my hands on the fence and the cop said, freeze, don't move. And then he threw me on the ground. And I'll never forget it. He said, you lucky that I'm not a trigger-happy cop because I could kill you right now in this alley and nobody will see you.
Dang.
And so then my boys went back to church, sat inside, service was over. My mom came out looking for me. My boys played dumb like they didn't know what was going on. And then my mom had to go down to the police station. And then that's when the guy said, hey, he's not going to book me, none of those things. He said, you know, listen, look, but you need to turn it around. And I saw my mom. She was just like done. And I was just like, and my uncle was there, who was one of the male figures that stepped up in my life heavy. Yeah. My uncle was there, and it was just like, I knew like, you know what, no matter how much they wanted me to win or do good, I didn't want to do good. I wanted to fit in. Yeah. And I think that was the thing that hurt me the most. But that was I would say the moment where I said like, nah, this ain't it. Because at that point, like when I was done with high school, I ended up going to 8 high schools when the whole thing was done. So it was like
say that again. For
like nah, it was 8 high schools. But the funny thing about it is when I say to people now, they be like, yo, were you an Army brat or something? I'm like, nah, my family was. It felt like war inside my house, but I was the furthest thing from an Army brat. But nevertheless, like, yo, I just kept bouncing around from school to school, getting in trouble, getting into all these things. And sometimes when people say, hey, can you even run it down? I'll be like, yo, I can't even remember some of them because it just like, I got to really sit back and pause and think about it because I low-key forgot like some of the schools that I did go to. But yeah, nah, and I was turning around. And I think when my mom was crying, when the last school I got kicked out of, that's when I said that I'm not going to let my mom cry no more. Like, I don't want to let her see tears of pain. I want her to let her see tears of joy.
Yeah.
So I told myself that was the last one that made my mom cry.
I mean, you said a lot, bro. First, I just want to go back. I would have had to hit my boy with the with the Ricky, like when he was running. Ricky, like, I would have had to dip on him, like,
I couldn't do him like that, bro. That was my man as well.
but
So I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I can say is I feel that like not having a dad at home type junk, because I mean I had my dad and it would always be like when I'm acting up and I'm like, you could see me like drifting away, he always there to like, you know what I'm saying, get me right back in check.
Yeah.
So I think that is like the benefit of like having a male figure like present in your life every single day.
Facts.
Because I mean, you ask my sister, it's like they'll get to do whatever they want. I go and do something, it's like
Over.
Nah, bro, you can't do that. Like,
Same thing in my house. My boys don't get away with nothing, dog.
yeah, and I'm like, yo, like I don't get no leeway. Like she the girl, I'm the dude. Like why I just can't go on something?
Listen, look, I hear my baby girl cry. Shout out to Judah, my baby girl. I hear her cry, boy, I be at her beck and call, dog. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like David and Zion cry, like, boy, get up, put yourself together. I feel that.
Yeah, so and I just think that's like a testament like to your growth. Like even like, the self-awareness to say, yo, I'm tired of like seeing my mother cry type junk. Like so I wanna like make the turnaround and stuff like that, bro. So I really think that's commendable. 8 high schools is crazy, but I ain't gonna lie. Like so it was all like, so you don't remember like none of the high schools?
No, I remember. So if I could just, it's Essex Catholic. I forgot that quick. Essex Catholic, St. Mary's, St. Anthony's, Orange High, Irvington High. I'm missing one. Good Counsel, Apex Academy, Manchester Regional.
In the span of 4 years.
Well, I stayed back my senior year.
Oh.
Yeah. I got to school late too many times, so they say you ain't graduating, brother.
Yeah, that was like me, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Miss Gate, yo. She always give me my late passes, but you know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't shout out nobody to help me back.
But just like I'm gonna like go to something else. So like even like seeing how you went to 8 high schools, but you still went to college.
Mm-hmm.
Like how did you like how did you even like get into college after going to 8 high schools, bro?
Yeah.
And like how like what was the change that I guess kept you there? And like what was, your biggest factor into like, all right, I'm in college now, so I got to put all that childish stuff aside and like really like step into my place as a man.
It was 2 moments that changed it for me in regards to wanting to go to college. One is back in the day. So back to my middle school, I went to St. Benedict's in Newark, and J.R. Smith was there, who played for the Knicks, and he was playing Luol Deng and Charlie Villanueva. I was in like 7th grade when this happened, and I saw all the schools that came to visit him. It was like North Carolina, Duke, Villanova, every school that was there for these 3 guys. And then I was seeing like how they was getting jerseys, they was getting sneakers, they was getting everything. I was like, yo, I think I want that. Like that seems dope. And then, so that was one of the things that sparked it when I really knew. And then the thing that kind of pushed me over the edge was one day, my English teacher gave us an assignment. She said, you had to apply to college and stick with it. Like, don't quit the process. And I was a Dwayne Wade fan at the time, and I looked at Marquette University, and I saw how much their tuition was. And I was just like, oh, shoot. Like, I don't think my mom made what the tuition was at the time. And Mom, don't kill me if you see this podcast. Like, you put my business out there to all those folks, tell them how much I made. But I knew that I didn't want to stay home. I saw what everybody in my life was kind of doing that was older, and I was just like, I want to do something different. Like, I really didn't care about anybody like making it D1 or D2 or D3. I just want to do something different. So when I got a chance at my last school, we was playing a team called Patterson Catholic, and then they walked to our coach and said, yo, we gonna smack you guys by 70. Now they was like top 10 in the nation. They was top in the state, but all these schools was there. No school knew of me, like, at the time. And then my mom caught the bus. So I said, I got a ball out. My mom couldn't make it to none of my games. I was like, she gonna be on the bus. My mom, again, you can hear it before you see it. She aroused with her voice. She was loud at the games. And while she was doing all this, we wound up losing by 3. I had a double. I had a real good game. A coach was sitting next to my mom. She was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, is that your son?" She said, "Yeah, that's my baby." And then she said, "I want to offer him a scholarship." My mom thought he was joking because, again, this is the same kid going to all these high schools, getting in all this trouble.
How is he about to get a scholarship?
Yeah, like word, like what, like yo, and then she just, you kind of just underestimate. Like I think the best of my child, but are you really talking about my child? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then that was my first scholarship offer I got was from Kentucky State. It was a D2 HBCU.
Tough.
And then after that, it was just like rolling in. I got a good amount of letters, everything of that nature, and then I settled on Maryland Eastern Shore, which is a D1 HBCU in right outside Ocean City. Yeah. So I made it happen from there. I was just like, it was beautiful. It was great. Like just being able to say that I could take that burden off my mom's back, with she not paying for nothing. That was top tier. I think to me that's on the same level of as buying her a house.
Yeah.
Because like you know, everybody we struggle because we can't really do too much for our parents. So know that I left college with nothing to my mom on her name. That was a blessing, bro. So yeah, I to this day I'm still shocked that I was able to even go to college, because technically statute of limitations is up, right? Like I could say stuff without getting nobody in trouble. So technically, if you look at the NCAA rules, cause I don't know, a lot of people gonna call my bluff on like, yo,
Yes.
So all right, so technically,
Speak on that, John.
the NCAA, you can't qualify for a scholarship if you go to, I think, 3 or more high schools. Yeah, so you can't qualify for a scholarship if you go 3 more high schools. Of course, I'm about to triple that joint.
Yeah.
Like, so
One of one.
So my coach, and again, listen, y'all know I love y'all. Y'all probably gonna watch this podcast. Thank you. I forever owe you guys for what y'all did. Y'all took a gamble. So they did this thing called Prop 48. Prop 48 is basically when they pay for your first year, but you get academically eligible. But you sit out. It's not a red shirt year, but it is a red shirt year. So they basically so they basically brought me down to Maryland Eastern Shore, took care of everything, and I got academically eligible. So I sat out a year, then I played the next year. And so that's how I was able to go to college, because I graduated high school with a 2.0 GPA.
Dang.
Yeah, so dang, bro, you ain't had to.
Oh, my fault.
Jeez. I was trying, bro. I graduated college with a push. I mean, high school with a push. I was trying to tell you, dog. Like
That was bad. Say that.
Yeah, nah. Here's the crazy part about it. I never forget this one time I had a good tournament, and then a school reached out to my high school, and they said, hey, can you send Michael Spence transcripts? So I'm feeling myself. This came from an AAU tournament. I'm like, yeah, I did my thing. And then she's like, hey, Mike, they want your transcripts. It was a good school. And I was just like, there's like, you want me to send them? I was like, yeah, send them over. The lady was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. Like, why wouldn't I want them to see my transcripts? Long story short, I ain't never hit back from that school. Yeah. So, but again, I wasn't aware of all this stuff. I was aware that GPAs, SAT scores, how your freshman year matters, all this stuff like that. I would just always thought that as long as you don't stay back, you good.
Exactly.
Like that's all I thought.
Thing. Nope.
But nah, don't work like that. So yeah. So like shout out to Maryland Eastern Shore, shout out to Coach Brown, Coach Allen, Coach Red. Like they looked me out. They really gave me a shot to really get up out of my environment. So like I'm forever indebted to them for really taking a gamble on me in that time. So yeah, it was love. They didn't have to do that, and again, it's illegal to do. I'm sorry if I've ruined it for any other kid on the NIL tip, but yeah, they show love. But I graduated college a long time ago, so they ain't gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, nah, that's facts, bro. I can't say the same about my coaches because they ain't show me no love. But shout out to Hudson Catholic though. But I mean, that's wild, and I can relate to that because I graduated high school with a 2.7.
Wow, dang. I wish I would have had a 2.7, boy.
So, but my thing was, like, I was getting, you feel me, I ain't even gonna cap. Like, I wasn't getting no D1 letters. Like, I mean, I was more like D2, D3 type junk. So they would come to the school and they'd be like, yo, let's go over your film and all this other stuff. Like, I'm saying, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I ain't never heard no junk like this. Like, I think it was Susquehanna or some junk like that. Like, if y'all see this, like, y'all messed up. Y'all should have kept with me. But anyways, so they was offering me, and they was like, yo, like, we love you. What you doing? Like, we want you on the team, blah, 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 all this other stuff. I'm like, yo, this lit. This is the first time I'm getting love from, like, a school, bro. Like, this junk feel
the best feeling ever, bro.
I think I'm the man, bro.
Yeah.
Mind you, I got dudes over here getting offers from, like, Temple and all this other junk. I'm like, yo, I got Susquehanna, so it's all right.
Yeah, you good. As long as you got something.
Word, they like, Susquehanna what? Like, yo, forget it.
Word.
Anyways, I'm like, all right, cool. So we going through the whole process and all that stuff. They do the same thing. Like, yo, send over your transcripts. So I'm like, cool, bro. Like, mind you, I'm not doing my homework at the time.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it don't matter. I'm still a baller. Like, word up.
Yeah.
So I send over my junk, and they start reaching out, and I start reaching out. It's like, hey, like, when we going, you know what I'm saying? Bring me down for a visit.
You hit them with the what are we text?
Yeah, and I'm like, I had an Android back then, so I couldn't even see them leave me on red.
Bless your heart.
I'm like,
now you should have had a BlackBerry, the BBMs back in the day.
Listen. So I had the fake BlackBerry, like the junk from Walmart.
Oh wow, you living dangerous.
Like down the entertainment aisle and stuff.
Oh gosh.
But they tell you same days, like you get the same stuff, you just don't get a little ball in the middle. Pause, but whatever.
Okay, cool. I got you.
Anyway,
that was drastic.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
That junk was flagrant.
Yeah. That's all right.
But so I'm texting them now. I'm like, yo, like, what's up? We ain't gonna bring me over for a visit. A week goes by. Like, I'm like, maybe they got mad people. They recruiting mad people.
Yeah.
I hit him up next week. My dad hyping me up. Like, you know my dad, but he like,
Yeah.
go
ahead, do your thing, man.
Like, come on, man. They gonna hit you up. Like, nah, yo, chill out, dad. I'm texting him right now. So I text them, and they don't hit me back again. But this time he waited like 2 days. He was like, hey, yeah, we went over your transcripts, and we saw you got a 2.7.
Yeah.
Or 70% grade average type jump. So once they told me that, the other schools that offered me said the same thing, and it just kept rolling and rolling like a domino effect type jump. So I'm sitting here stuck, just like the almost end of senior year, and I'm like, what I'm about to do? So I end up going the JUCO route.
Yeah.
So I ain't even get into no colleges because my joint was so bad. Like, high key, I'm surprised JUCO accepted me because I was like, yo, like, I don't even know how I'm gonna get up in here. But going that route, and finally like turning around, I was able to get a 3.2, get into Ohio State. So that junk was crazy.
Yeah, no, that's fire.
And you know what's wild, yo? My guidance counselor dead laughed at me when I told her. I was like, yo, I want to go to Ohio State.
Yeah.
She was like, there's no possible way you're going to Ohio State.
Now, yo, my guidance counselor laughed at me when I said I wanted to go to college. Let's be clear.
Okay.
She laughed at me when I said I wanted to go to college.
But I mean, 2.0 is wild. So
and listen, look, like, I low-key didn't really even have a 2.0 low-key. But it's just that, like, I took a summer class that kind of brought it up. But she laughed. She literally said, like, yo, you should go to trade school. You should go get a trade. I'm like, yo, listen, I don't know no 6'10" mechanics, sis. I ain't about to. And shout out to, listen, look, the AC, listen, I got humbled by a person with a trade one time. I never forget that. I went to a career day real quick. And I was like, it was a dude who do AC and back. And then he was like, he's like, yo, I'm trying to put young kids on to doing what I do. Now, mind you, I'm the keynote speaker for it. And then when I didn't know what they made. So I'm just chilling. And then he said, I said, I just happened to ask. He said, because there's so much money in this game. I said, let me see what he's talking about. You know how some people could talk a good game but not mean it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he said, oh, nah, like, right now, I got 6 companies. I got X amount of trucks.
Dang.
And then he said, like, he was just saying all this stuff that he was doing. You know when someone's not capping, like he's for real? I was like, dang, dog, y'all hiring? Shoot, because, like, yo, when he said that to me, that joint was, I was just starting on my speaking journey, like, but, like, that was, I got humbled. So it's like, but at the time, I didn't want to hear, so it's no shot to anybody that's doing the trade.
Oh, you're not,
but at the time, I didn't want to hear, nah, I don't even know if you should even go to college. But low-key, bro, just to even reflect back to that, most people would have got mad at that guidance counselor and wanted to flex on them and want to go back. But that's her job.
Right.
To keep it 100 with me. Like, yo, hey, Mike, your grades are not lining up with your dreams. So I was just like, something had to change. And as much as I wanted it, and that's why I'm so hard on my sons about it, it's like everything has to line up.
Right.
Because it's just that sometimes we wish for things more than we work for it. And I want to make sure that my boys work for it, and I had to work for it because I shot myself so many times in the foot, same with you, if I would just handle stuff that I have control over. Because here you are, you see you got a 3.5 in college, right? I graduated like, I think I graduated with a 3.0 in my major, right? So it's just like, wait, hold it. How you get a higher GPA in something that's supposed to be harder?
Right.
Because you applied yourself. And I think that one thing I didn't know the severity of high school, but also I didn't know how I learned either. Because a lot of us don't know how we learn. So I had to learn how I learned, and then that changed everything. But also the threat of going back home, that was the thing that motivated me academically, if I'm being honest with you, in college.
Nah, facts.
I felt like talent, if someone's better than me, I had no control over that. Like, he's just better than me. You get what I'm saying? Like, but if it's ability or if it's like something that I have control over, that I have a problem with that. I never wanted to go home telling my mom, yo, well, why you back here? Why you back in Irvington? Well, my grades. It's like you have control over that.
Right.
Like you have control over that because you wouldn't be in college if no coach is going to risk their job. Because remind you, they're risking their job bringing you on. No coach will risk their job if you really couldn't do the work.
Exactly.
And the amount of resources that is there. So I just felt like I had control over that. So I didn't want to really sit back and allow that to happen to me. So one of the things I always say to my sons is control the controllables. Control what you can't control.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you can't control your teacher, but you can control how much your effort, your homework, everything. So, and shout out to them. They both got on honor roll, so I'm proud of them. But yeah,
Shout out the boys.
yeah. Hey, listen, they'll be outside. They was on honor roll, brother. So, so yeah, like yo, if my sons brought home my grade, listen.
Yeah, I don't know if we can bring out the belt no more.
I don't listen. I spares no ride in my house, brother. So, but thank God I don't got to use it.
Amen.
But thank God I don't got to use it, my boys. And that's the thing that my mom, she gets a kick out of it. I tell my boys you can't bring home no C's. I don't even like C's.
Damn.
For real. But meanwhile, my mom like, they can't bring home no C's. I was praying for you to bring home a C. Like, so it's just like, it's full circle, bro. But like, thank God he changed me, man. So for real.
Nah, facts. And
That's
I was
the beauty
gonna
of the
say,
journey.
yo, that junk is so real because like, even with me, I think JUCOs, and it sounds crazy now that I'm saying this, like, it was the best thing that happened to me because I was going through high school just constantly just playing around, thinking like, yo, this junk is a joke, like whatever, like my talent could back me up. I could like do whatever I want and I could still somehow make it to where I need to be. And it's like, no, you literally have to like change like your entire, and Will Smith said something like that. He was like, yo, I think he was describing his son, was like, yo, he's like, I could be an A student. But he was like a B student. He was like, I could be an A student. He was like, yo, you don't understand like the type of like you probably got like eat different.
Yeah.
Just to become like an A student.
Yeah.
So I think, and that was like for me, because going to JUCO, it was like the worst. I'm talking about like 5-hour commute from New Jersey to Long Island, bus, train, every single day.
Yeah.
Out of my comfort zone completely. On the football team, no dorms, no nothing. We had the worst of the worst stuff. Like, but shout out the coach that brought it back. Shout out Coach Ramsey, you know what I'm saying? But it was like being in that just like sparked something in me. It was like, yo, I got to get up out of here. So I got to change my work ethic. I got to change like the things that I do. I got to change like the way I go about stuff. Mm-hmm. And like doing that really like brought me, I would say, into the 3.2 and like, which I was able to go and then eventually get into Ohio State. Yeah. So I think that's facts, bro. If you apply yourself and just do like, you know what I'm saying, handle what you can handle, control what you control, like there's no telling what you could do. Yeah.
Yeah. So the main thing I took is now is I always ask myself, if we was to post your grades, you feel like your grades match you. Yeah. And I always ask kids, what do you think of yourself? Like, do you think that you're amazing? Do you think that you're cool? Do you think that you're worth it? Do you think that you belong? Then if you feel this way, then your grades should match. Yeah. And always, one thing I do tell my kids that I think that helps me out a great deal in regards to walking with them, and I wish I would have heard when I was younger, is I'm not asking you to be the best in your class. I'm just asking you to give your best. Yeah. And I think that, and what motivates them is that I don't think a C is your best. I think you could give more. So I think that for me, that's the thing that I really wanted to make sure that I get better than them, because that's the thing that I need to hear when I was their age. Yeah. I think it's so important for us to give the game to people that we wish that we would have heard when we were their age. Right. But also in the same token, I will say this, like, my life taught me that, like, yo, God don't waste not one thing, bro. Like, there's not one thing wasted. But I do understand this one part. No matter how talented I was, I believe for anybody to be great, your talent can't be better than your character. Right. Because then that's when things are out of balance. I'd rather have my character be better than my talent, because I could always increase my talent. If I don't have the talent, I could at least increase my skill. 100%. But however, the character going to sink it. Like, that's whatever it is. Like, your gift will make room for you, but it's like, your character will take it away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or it will help it. So it's just that I want to make sure that I wanted to do that. And when I looked at one of the words for character, one of the things about it is it's to chisel. It's to chisel away at. We look at the origin of the word character. And I think that a lot of times we got to recognize that there's some stuff in us even at a young age, that got to get chiseled away for us to become who we need to be
Right.
as men. And I think that that's the thing that helped me out was that I had to get chiseled so much of the stuff, the bad habits, the thinking. And here's the funny part about it. The man didn't change, my mind changed.
Yeah.
How I saw myself change. I'm still the same Mike. I still tell jokes with you, but now I'm not telling the jokes in class. I'm telling them jokes when we in the student lab or whatever the case may be. But now I know that I'm here to learn.
Yeah.
And I think that was the thing that really was just a game changer for me, because we think that we have to go through such this, larger than life change. And it's like, nah, sometimes that's what hurts a lot of us, because we're trying to do so much in one day.
Yeah.
When it's just like, the goal is progression, not perfection, right? So it's just like, I think I had to really focus on that. And that's the thing that helped me out so much was like, nah, Mike, this don't match. This don't match who you desire to be. And I never desired to be summa cum laude or valedictorian, but I did desire better. And before I even had my child, which I had my child my freshman year of college, but before I even had a child, I always wanted to make sure that my words matched my actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to touch on that jump too, because that's wild. I was going to say, like, how did you navigate with having a kid your freshman year of college, bro? Because I'm gonna keep it a stack, Mike. I would have had to drop out, brother.
Yeah, it was for all the young kids.
One, my mother would have probably killed me though.
But my mother wanted to kill me for sure.
Yeah, so
she wanted to kill me. I think so. One of the things is this: my mom and my son's mother sat me and the mother of my child down and said that neither one of you guys are dropping out of college. So that was the main thing that kind of just began the progression. But also what I had to really recognize was that I made a bad decision. I didn't make a mistake. She didn't fall on my lap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made a bad decision.
Yeah.
However, my son's not a bad decision.
Right.
My son's not a mistake. And with that being said, I don't think that the goal had to stop or the goal had to change. I think that the strategy had to change. So I had to switch up how I did it a little bit. It was, I will say this, anybody who has a kid in college, you can still graduate. The path is going to be tremendously harder. Yeah, because it's just like you literally are bringing another life into this game. So I think that, and a lot of kids mistake why they even at college. I think I did too for a moment. Even though I had so many motivations at home, it's just that a lot of people treat college like a vacation and not like a business trip. Right. So it's just that, like, and when you at a vacation, of course you got time to link up with shorties and link up with dudes and do all this other stuff like that, because you're not treating it how you're supposed to treat it. Yeah. But I think that when my son came into the picture, I had no choice but to treat it like a business trip.
Now you start going and everything.
Yeah, because, so, like, real talk, this is how it went. My son was born on March. As a basketball player, March is the most important part of our season, because it's March Madness. Exactly. So I told my coach, I said, hey, listen, coach, I want to stay back to watch the birth of my son. He said, okay, cool. We was in a MEAC tournament at the time, and I wasn't really that much of a contributor to the team, honestly. But we might have needed another big at the moment to kind of fill that spot. So he said, hey, have your son, and then we'll fly you down after we win the next game. So they won the game. My son was born on like a weird time because it was like in the middle of another game. So they won the game, but I couldn't fly down because by the time my son was born, he wasn't here and the game was about to take place. So I wound up missing that game, and then that's the game that they lost. So I didn't get a chance to, play in the MEAC tournament. Then fast forward, we always had the end of the season meetings. And then my coach came to me, he said, hey, Mike, what's your plans for next year? I said, well, my plans is to stay here, grow the program and do it with my son by my side. He said, we have to find another way to pay for college because we're taking your scholarship. Dang. So I paused for like, wait, what? Like, I'm keeping it 100, like, I'm saved now, but I'm about to hit something with a boop bop, like, I'm saying, like, yo, I was gonna have him shaking like Tyson waiting for Jake Paul, whatever his name is. So I'm like, I was like, wait. And then, but I promised my son, when I was holding him in his arms, that I wouldn't quit no matter how dark it got. So that was the thing that motivated me. It wasn't, at that point, bro, like when you hear everything get pulled and because you could go in regret mode like, dang, what if I didn't have sex with her? What if I wrapped it up? What if all this stuff? Like, my mind is spinning, but when all this stuff is coming at you, you don't got time to find blame. You got time to find like a way. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And even though I sinned, even though I messed up, I just knew that I trusted that God didn't bring me this far just for me to go this far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, nah, I don't think that's the case. And so when I tell you that summer I locked in like nobody's business, I locked in, came back home to Irvington. My grandmother, my son's mom's side of her family, they helped a great deal. And I earned the scholarship to go to Virginia State. So it was like they happened to come to the gym in the Gatlin, and they recruited me, and that's how everything just started to begin to find momentum. But it was hard because even then, things didn't pan out there. Yeah. And then I had to go to Montclair State. And then I wanted to just go home because I was going through so much mentally, because sports, as you know, it could take a tax on you mentally.
100%.
And then I'm at Montclair State. My family probably just found out that I gave a room and board at Montclair State to help out with my mom and my son. And so they didn't know that I was like sleeping in the classroom, sleeping in my locker room. Yeah. They didn't know I was sleeping on the air mattresses for some of my teammates. They didn't know none of this. My family thought I had dorms. Like, this is how much I pulled it off. They dropped me off to Montclair State with containers like, all right, like, hey, we dropping you off. And I told my boy, just play along with the junk. You get what I'm saying? Like, They think that this is my room.
Was you going to the janitor's closet?
I'm just going to, my boy got an air mattress. He's going to let me rock out there. Okay. Then, or he had a sofa, or my other teammate had an air mattresses, or whatever the case may be. Or sometimes I'm really rocking out in the locker room. I'm really rocking out in the classrooms. I studied the janitor's schedule at Montclair State. Tough. So like, I really was doing these things, catching the 28 home, checking the vending machines for change to get on the bus. So that's why and nobody knew. Yeah. It was like some people on my teammates knew. And one of the janitors at Montclair State knew. Two of them knew because they caught me. So those are the only ones that knew. My coaches didn't know. Like, nobody knew until after the fact I told everybody. And it wasn't like I was walking around campus looking like I was struggling. I just didn't want to give up and say to my son or any of my kids, like, yo, Dad gave up. Yeah. Because I feel like with the odds that I faced, I'm not even concerned about my sons going to college. I'm more concerned about my sons running their race and finishing their course. They don't got if God don't have it for them to go to college, then who am I to force them? Yeah. But I feel like my journey was designed for them to say, hey, at least I have an example. I never want my sons to say I never seen that or I don't come from that. Right. Because all I could say for most of my life is that, where could I come from, a man that graduated from college? No male in my family ever did it. Most of the men in my family don't live with their kids. So it's just, or they're not married. And so it's just like, so certain things I had to really say that, like, yo, Mike, I want different. Now, was I perfect in that journey? Nah, but I had to make sure that I really wanted my sons to say, I can't say that I was never taught that or I didn't come from that because my dad did that. Now, them times was hard, bro. Like, it was like tears. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
Yeah, like you feel like is it worth it? Yeah. Like, am I doing the right thing? And then it's so much going on, like, and life don't stop. Like, the clock doesn't pause. Exactly. For nobody. So I think that was the thing that helped me keep going, was just saying to myself, like, yo, I know there's more at the end of this. And that's the thing that I wanted. And the best, like I always tell people all the time, the best compliment I received was when my son said in the parking lot, I'm gonna graduate from college just like that. Like, when my son said that at the parking lot at Montclair State, no compliment, no nothing meant more to me than hearing him say that at that moment. Yeah, because it's like, I love my dad. My dad was there to witness that moment. But I could never say that. And that's no shot to my father. My father's an amazing man. Yeah. But it's just that I just wanted more for my son. I just wanted more for my family, more for my bloodline. So I think that, like, no matter how it got dark, and I would never wish that upon no one. But I think that that's the thing that kind of helped me. And I remember someone asked me, like, what would you change? At first, I would say I was going to change a lot, but then I was praying, and then God really pointed out to me, like, but every time I watched the hand of God move so crazy in my life that I really wouldn't change nothing. Yeah. I watch him provide here. I watch him move this. I literally watch how the word says that God uses all things. I've watched him use all things, because there's some things that I don't know if I could use that. I don't know if I could have made it through that. I don't know if I would write my movie for my life, I wouldn't have wrote the script.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I saw this coming, I definitely would. I'm like, yo, God, don't take me out that role.
all the bad
I don't want
parts.
that role. But it's just that like it's like I remember my grandmother. I don't know. I know your grandmother. Like God rest her soul. I know that your dad said that she was like this. You ever been hungry and you open the fridge? You be like, yo, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. Like yo, and then grandma go in there and make you a whole meal. You be like, wait, hold it. Like, yo, I know I walked in the fridge. I barely saw anything.
I did not see the spaghetti up in there.
Yeah, word. I ain't see, like, I don't know how you flipped that meal. I don't know how you did it. And I feel that's how God is with our lives. We don't see nothing.
Yeah.
But he sees something. And as long as we breathing, I think that we got a chance.
Yeah. Count it all joy.
Yeah, count it all joy, bro.
And I think that's tough. And it feel like, would you say that moment had to happen for you? Like going, like having a kid and like literally going, having to sleep on the mattresses and all that other stuff to literally turn you into like what you are today?
I won't say it had to happen because, of course, we have a choice. That's what separates us. We have the freedom of choice. I would just say that I was at a fork in the road and I could either fight or flight. So I just had to make a choice. I would say the thing that had to happen was the choice.
Yeah.
What was I going to do? You know, because here's the thing. Nobody would have judged me. I just been another statistic. Like, all right, cool. You just another man, you know, trying to fight for his family. You got yourself a job. You dropped out of college. But I know me. I know if I would have said I was going to take a break, I probably wasn't going to go back. So I would say the choice had to happen because every man has to make a choice. And I told myself that I didn't feel the need to really give up now. I wanted to make sure that I had something that my family could stand on, a legacy that we could build.
It's tough, bro.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I made up a question, but I feel like you kind of answered it, and we went over it a little bit. It was the what you think was your Matt moment, and like, you know, to play on to the podcast, whatever. Like, it might sound a little corny, but it is what it is. But it's an acronym for when did you make a turnaround or a transition? Yeah. So you would say that moment in college, was that your Matt moment, or is there a different?
Nah, I think my Matt, I had so many, shoot, dang. I had so many Matt moments. I would say senior night at Montclair State was my Matt moment. My son was there, my mom was there, everybody was there. And I walked to half court with my son. My son still got the picture. And, you know, we shook hands. I get emotional about talking about this junk. But, so first quarter, now mind you, I should have been playing. Like, I don't want to even revisit the coaching job at, you know, I love my alma mater, but
We all feel like we all should have been playing.
Yeah, I don't want to
like,
revisit it. My teammates can tell you the same. But, so first 5 minutes passed, no mic. 10 minutes passed, no mic. First half over, no mic. I don't play. It's a senior night, right? It's my last home game at Montclair State. And then second half starts. Still, I'm not playing. It's like 3 minutes left. He calls me, all the seniors say, yo, y'all going? I'm like, wait, what? So now, of course, my ego wants me to say, nah, I'm not going in. I ain't gonna do me like that because I was a known figure at my on campus. Yeah. And you know, you don't want to say you going outside, you taking the L. So I went in, and then I think I scored and I ran down and I caught a block. But when I jumped, I landed on my ankle, and I hurt my ankle like pretty bad. And I was on the ground and I low key started like crying because I was in pain, but also it wasn't just from the pain of the injury, it was just from the pain of my life. Yeah. Because you gave so much. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you feel like
I'm gonna go out like
this. Yeah, I'm going out like this.
Yeah,
and
it make no sense.
And it hit different when the people that you love is watching.
Yeah.
You know, so like if that happened on the road, I'd have been okay.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I'd have picked myself up, been all right. But and you know, the trainer whispered to me, he said, hey Michael, you okay? Because just let me know. I'll give you a moment to breathe. But if you let me know, we're going to have to cart you off. Dang. And then even though I was truly in pain, I paused and then I promise you I heard God say, get up. Don't let your son see you like this. Most importantly, don't let everybody see you like this. This is not your end. Yeah. And when I got up, I really felt like that pain right there of just all this regret going through my mind, all this stuff, all the hours that you gave up, all the things that you thought you sacrificed, all things you wish you would have did differently. I didn't want to feel that pain again. And that's when I told myself that, like, I'm going to give my all going forward. Like, I'm going to give my all to the point where I have no regrets.
Yeah.
To whatever I do. So I would say that was my Matt moment. So everything I did after that, I personally felt like I gave it 110 because it was just that, like, it hurt too much to be on that ground and watch my family feel like I'm taking a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, that was, and I thank God because I couldn't let my son see me get carted off or anything like that. Even if I needed it, I would have. Like, you know, I feel like I did at the time, but I really wanted to make sure that, like, I didn't go out like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I believe that if God gave me the word, I believe that he gave me the strength to obey that word.
Right.
So it's like, if I heard get up, then I'm going to get up. So, yeah, that's the opposite for me. That was my Matt moment. I think that's when everything transitioned. That's when transitioning into speaking, transitioning just doing what I'm doing now. So it's like, yeah, no, that was the moment that I said that.
Now,
Transition.
did it ever, like, 'cause, I mean, of course you was playing basketball, and I could attest to this, like, because, like, growing up, I feel like playing a sport, that's, like, all you know.
Yeah.
Like, going up to practice after, like, meetings, all that other stuff, it's like you don't really know too much else. So I wouldn't say basketball was taken away from you, but, like, when you transition into speaking, did you ever, like, think, like, yo, I would be doing speaking, or, like how was it to accept, like, okay, was it a thing of, like, I'm gonna try something different, or was it a thing of, like, you know, basketball really not doing too much, so let me try to, like, look for other fields that I could, like, succeed in?
So it's crazy about it that no one really asked me this question as much as you see a 6'10" black dude walk into the room and he's a speaker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So no, people are like, well, what ever happened? My coach sat me down my freshman year of college, and he walked me into his office, and he pulled up the NBA draft board, and he asked me, what do all these guys have in common? I said, well, they all over 6 foot. He said, nah, he's 5'11", he's 5'9", so that's not true. I said, well, they all go D1. He said, nah, he's at a D2, he's overseas. I was like, damn. So I was like, well, I don't know. What do they all have in common? He said, they all could do one thing great. And then I said, he said, Mike, you want to make it on that draft board, you got to find out that one thing that you could do great. But then he said, but also, Mike, you know the average basketball career? I said, well, what? I threw out a number because I was thinking of, like, you know, who I remember, Ray Allen at the time, like, he in the league mad long. Yeah. He said, Mike, the average NBA career is 3 to 5 years. And he said, you'll be lucky to make it to 3.
Yeah, facts.
So he said that, but the ball, he said, but your life doesn't stop once the ball stops bouncing. Like, what does life look like for you after basketball? And you shouldn't wait until the game is over to start looking for life after basketball. So once he said that, and then he put on E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, and once I saw him speak, not only the speech captivated me, because I'm not easily motivated to do what somebody else is doing. I could be motivated by you and respect what you're doing, and that's it. Yeah. But when I saw E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, I said, yo, nah, he actually got something, and I think I could do that. I'm not trying to be better than him, I'm trying to be Mike. And I think I have a story to tell. 8 high schools, graduated college, single parent home. I think I have a story to tell that could reach people. Yeah. And when I started sharing that story, I just started knocking on doors, bro, while still in college. And then I was a fashion major at the time, so I was the only dude in my major, and we had to give speeches and presentations. And I'm nervous and doing this in front of all these girls. But once I started doing that, I kept asking my public speaking professor, like, hey, can I do this as a career? And then each school I transferred to, I managed to meet people. But I think that one person that helped me out a great deal was Dr. Gilbert at Montclair State. Yeah. I met Bill Parisi Speech School, and then he introduced me to Dr. Gilbert. Dr. Gilbert said, you should share your story. I'm going to make you share your story every day after class. So, now, remind you, I know these people in my class. Nobody is going to take me serious giving a speech. Yeah. So I used to bomb it. Like, I was thinking it up, like, terrible. Yeah. And then one day I was out, he asked, he said, all right, you ready? You gonna do it again? And I said, yeah, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I was planning on leaving. I wasn't gonna even go back.
Or he was gonna dip.
I was gonna leave. I was like, yo, it's a dub, bro. I'm not doing it. And then I went to the bathroom, and then something said, yo, nah, Mike, we gonna do this. We gonna do this. You know, just treat it like basketball. You wasn't good at it at first. You worked on it. So I went in there, I managed the courage, and I killed it. But then when I was sleeping inside the classroom, sleeping inside the locker rooms, what I would do is I would picture those classrooms full. Sometimes I would sneak inside the auditorium at Montclair State, and I would picture those auditoriums full, and I would just give speeches.
Yeah.
So I would look like I'm retarded. Like, you walk in there, you probably think that, like, yo, you need to pray for him. Like yo, he's talking to nobody. And but
I remember you told me some junk.
yeah,
I don't know where this was, like, in the like still I don't know where this was, like, in the journey of you, like, speaking, but I remember you said, like, to get used to it, you was on the train and then you just, like, shouted, like you screamed or something.
yeah, bro. I want to challenge myself. I was on the A train in Harlem. I said, yo, I'm gonna speak on the train because everybody be begging for money on the train. They be rapping, breakdancing, they be doing whatever they want. I said, you know what, bump it. I'm gonna speak on the train, yo. It's over. I'm gonna do it. So I said, all right. I was heading somewhere, and it was a gap in the train where there's no stops. So I just said, yo, Mike, challenge yourself to do this. So then I looked at my phone. Something that said, "Scream." You gotta get their attention. So I just said, "Ah!" I just burst out screaming. And then I said, "Hey, now I got your attention." Yeah. I'm like, I want to get the speech. And then everybody started taking their headphones off. I said, I don't want no money. I want something that's more valuable to you. I want your time. And everybody started taking their headphones off, putting their phones down, and everything like that. I gave the speech, and as soon as I got done, my stop came up. I said, yo, thank you guys. Got right out the train. They gave me all, like, they was like clapping and cheering.
They was trying to start giving you money.
Word. They won't give me no bread, but, like, you know, like, but I wish I had a Cash App sign, like, just scan it right here, like, little QR code. But that was before the QR codes, man. I was ahead of my time. But nah, I just wanted, because, bro, when you're not getting booked. It's kind of like a photographer. You can't say you don't got no work when the world's your canvas. Yeah. So I can't say I don't have no work when the world's my audience. So just like, I just was just doing whatever it was. I used to go to every high school, and I'm shocked I didn't get locked up for this junk. I used to go every high school. I used to walk up to the kids and be like, yo, who's the littest teacher here? And they used to be like, oh, it's this person. I used to walk inside the school, be like, yo, hey, listen, look, they told me that you the littest administrator or teacher here. They're like, word? Yeah. I'm like, yo, listen, look, hey, I want to come in here, speak to your kids. I'll do it for free. They're like, for real? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I believe I can help change them alongside with you. Because I saw how much my barber was making money cutting hair. I was like, how you get this clientele? He said, Mike, I started cutting hair for free. So I just used the same hustle to speaking. And then it kept going and going. And then, yo, literally, it was just like, God opened the door when I was ready. Because, like, I knew how to appreciate a gig because I saw how hard they were to come by. Right. So I didn't want, so when anybody, I don't care if they was paying me $500 or $5,000 or however much they was paying me, I wanted them to know, like, yo, nah, I'm going to bring it because I know what it's like not to get booked. So it's just that. So, and now I speak every week. So it's just like, you know, so like, to God be the glory, but it's just that I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be all in. So that's how I brought the same hustle. I believe that sometimes we got to just use people's principles to help us on our path. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, do you want to tell them the number that you charging now? Or like,
no. It's a common couple zeros in there.
We see the fee, so I understand that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I want to pivot. And this is like my last question. Then we're going to go into like, I got like a little like, would you rather type game.
Okay, cool. Got
you. My thing to end off, it is, how do you know when it's time to give up versus when it's time to move on or like time is up?
Wow, that's a good question. When it's time to give up, when it's time to move on. I think that one thing I think that some people are missing, and I would say this, is that we got to stop confusing grace for a feeling. Like, if you don't have the grace for it right in that season, that's one thing if you don't feel like going on anymore. Yeah. Because I think sometimes we be like, yo, I just don't have the grace for that place. I don't have the grace for this job. I don't feel it. It's like, well, sometimes you're just going through a hard season, right? You're just going through a tough time. So I think that it's important to recharge and regroup. But I think that, like, if you don't have the grace for it and you don't feel like it's there, like it's like that fire's there, I think that, it might be time to move on. But I think that if you truly feel like that you're not giving your all and you only chasing the paycheck for it, it might be time to move on. Yeah. Like, just because you're getting paid for it, I mean, you should keep doing it. I think that because one thing you don't want to do for me, I think it takes the love out of the thing. But I think that for me, certain things that if you can't show up 110% every day, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you're perfect every day, because your 110 may look different as your day goes along. If you just suffer the death in your family, your 110 not gonna look the same as it did on another day. If you just lost something, it's not gonna be the same. So I think that for me, if you can't give your all every day and be your best every day, I think that you should probably hang it up. You should probably move on. Yeah. So that's my thing of doing that. But also I think that understand this. If you have any regrets for leaving it, then you might need to talk to somebody about it. Like, get some counsel on it. Like, sit down with somebody. Because you don't have no regrets. You don't want to go to your grave with no regrets, bro. Like,
I was going to say, like, because it could be a thing of, I just use football, so it could be a thing of, you tried maybe every single lane or every single thing you felt like is what you needed.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's almost as, stuff just not working out.
Yeah.
And you may feel like, I just... Like, I done gave so much, time running out. Like, it's just time to quit type junk. Like, how would you think, what would you tell somebody like, well, I guess the question is, how would you differentiate the difference between like, all right, I'm just quitting, or I'm just seeing like, this is just not working out. So I'm gonna just like move on, just try something different. It's still that same, like, if you don't have the passionate about it and stuff like that?
No, I think that, but I think also it's also based on the person. Because some men could be, if I'm speaking just to men, some men could be very hard on themselves when they really do need to move on.
Yeah.
But if you don't properly deal with some childhood stuff, you feel like you're quitting. And one thing for me is that if I feel like if you're being a burden to your family, then I think it might be time to move on. One thing I don't want is I don't want to be a burden to my wife and my kids about what I'm pursuing. If I'm still able to functionally provide and do what I need to do, and I think that, okay, I'm going to keep pushing, I'm going to keep going. But I think that I had to really ask myself, hey, Mike, what are you in this for? Are you in this to prove people wrong?
Yeah.
Like, so one of the things that triggered me back in the day, and I walked through this with my therapist, was that when I was younger, I used to always get called tall for nothing. And so I always felt that I needed to prove people wrong about my height. So I wanted to say, nah, I'm tall for something.
Yeah.
So my cousin, he's like a brother to me. He knew that this was a trigger for me. So when we play basketball, like, he'll be like, you tall for nothing. But he knew it because he just wanted to get underneath my skin.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, fast forward, like, it really was a trigger for me, and I've really spent my whole life trying to prove to people, not even just with basketball, bro, just with anything, that I'm tall for something.
Yeah.
And I never forget, I took my driver's test in my sister's coupe. Now, mind you, I'm 6'10" in the coupe type thing, right?
That's wild.
I took it in the coupe, and I apologized to the instructor. I said, yo, sir, please forgive me. I said, please forgive me in advance. I'm 6'10" in the coupe. My knee's over here driving the car for me at this point. So I'm like.
That's crazy shit. That's crazy.
Yo. And then he like, nah, go. I'm like, dang, bro, you're not going to be empathetic? Like, dang, I just told you this. So I'm driving, right? I'm over here looking like a little, like, clown. Like I look like I got a frill, like Flintstone, the car driving itself type jump my feet. So now, my driver test ends. I parked the car, passed the test. And then he said to me, hey, you know what? I noticed at the start of the test, you sounded insecure about your height. I wanted to tell you that God didn't give you that height to play basketball. God gave you that height so you help people see the world from that angle.
That's tough.
Then, and remind you, like, I'm like, dang, bro, you shouldn't be a driver instructor. You should be out here. You should be out here speaking shoot. But like, but when he said that, it was just like, that's when it clicked for me. That's why I have so many different moments or like transition moments, because it was like God dropping nuggets every which way along the way.
Yeah.
So it was just like, for me, like, yeah, it's so hard to really say certain things in my journey. But I will say that, like, man, I've watched God do some great things. And so I would say that for me in this journey, I'll probably say, like, just holding on to what he has for you. And as you grow and as you go, you'll figure out more.
Yeah.
So it's like, because it's never quitting. Once I really recognized I'm not tall for nothing, I was able to embrace every change. Now, I'll bring it to scripture like this, bro. Joseph, for so long, at the original, he thought the dream was about him. Fast forward, The dream was about others.
Yeah.
But it's just that God had to bring them through the process.
Yeah.
So I think that for me, it was just like God brought me through the process, bro. So it's just like, so if I wasn't healed, if I didn't do the work, even if God was saying, even if my life was saying, move on, I would have still thought it was quitting. But when I was seeing the signs, when I was seeing certain things that was happening, I was like, all right, cool, it's time to move on. And it's not just only about this career-wise, it's about everything. It's about relationships.
Yeah, that's what
it's
I'm
about
saying.
all types of things, bro. Like,
Right.
you got to know when it's time to move on. And you also got to properly move on. Because a lot of times, like basketball players, I believe all athletes die twice.
Yeah.
They die from their sport, and then they die their actual death. And I believe sometimes if a man doesn't properly grieve, he could be a burden to his family until he really passes. And I think that's how a lot of men are living. A lot of men are just, they're walking dead. You know, like they're not truly alive, that it's existing because they haven't really moved on from something that God was calling them to leave.
Yeah. That's facts, bro. And I was gonna say, like, it's more so of like, you know, your life almost is not for you, but it's to serve other people.
Never was, bro.
So it's
I always said that if the first thing when I die, if the first thing you say is I was a good basketball player or a good speaker, I didn't live a life worth living.
Right.
Yeah, so like I don't want no one to say that was the. I mean, you can say that that's what I did well, but that's not why I was here. That's not my purpose. My purpose is people.
It's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Dang, yo, you dropped some gems, yo. Like,
I feel like I need to step up and jump. Like,
the heck am I doing in life? It's like, nah. All right, but to end it off, bro, I just want to play like a quick little game. You know, we were so serious the whole time and junk. I just want to have a little fun now. Like, so let's see what's up.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get to it. Okay. So, you go with like 3 or 5? Like, I asked like 5?
Yeah, you guys wild, bro.
All right, cool.
For the first pod, you know.
All right. So, would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
You know me, bro. I'm gonna say 10 minutes late, brother.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that. So now let me not leave people astray because my boy might be
stereotype is
watching
real,
this.
Mike.
My boy might be watching this.
Stereotype is real.
Yeah. Nah, you nah, you know what? No, I'm gonna tell you this, right? I've seen me do something and be 10 minutes late, then I've seen me do something and be 20 minutes early. Your mental and your space on how you show up is completely different when you're early because now you're not rushed, you're not flustered. You know, so I think that I'm joking, but I'd rather be that early. I'd rather be that early bird.
I feel that because I ain't gonna lie, you know me.
Yeah.
Like, I be late so much that when I'm early, I be feeling like, dang, like it feel kind of weird. It's like, why I'm here so early? It's like we make it early to the cookout. Now you gotta help set up and
yeah.
It's like, I want to pull out when the rice getting passed out.
Word. I ain't trying to help serve no
carrying waters and
trays.
stuff. Like, I ain't trying to do that. Now you gotta clean up.
Do
Like,
that.
yeah, I'm good. Like,
Fact.
okay. Would you rather live in a world with no video games or a world with no music?
Oh, we're in a world with no video games for sure.
Yeah.
I need music, boy. I need me a good soundtrack. You know, like that's one thing we gonna do in my house. We gonna dance.
Yeah, that's a
You get what I'm
fact.
saying? We gonna figure it out. You know, both like you know, like all my kids got rhythm as of right now, so we gonna make sure that we gonna make sure. But I think outside of sports, music is one of the main things that bring people together.
Yeah,
So I
100%.
mean, everybody don't play video games, but everybody listen to music.
That's true.
So I think that like you really get a chance to see who a person is by the songs that they listen to.
Now, are you still sexy walking like you was back in 2000?
You know what? Listen, look, man, the knees don't knee like they used to. So you know what's so crazy? I heard a club song. I was about to start getting the patty cake going and everything. I was like, oh my God. But these TikTok, listen, look, I try to stay young and do these TikToks.
Yeah, we done seen it, Mike.
Yeah, I tried, bro. I tried.
Yeah, bro.
I tried, but they be dipping, they be curling, whipping. I can't.
Now, you know what's wild though about the TikTok dances? Is that what we was doing though back in like when J Hood and like Lil Man and like everybody
Yeah.
like it's just they just trying to switch it up now and it's like trying to make it a new dance.
And not everybody doing it, man. Yo, if you did a sexy walk in another state, they
it's
look at
over.
you like you farted. Now everybody not everybody do all these dance. You be like, yo, wait, what? So yeah, like you get what I'm saying? Like, and yo, listen,
That's
let me
crazy.
tell you
That's
this. Breaking down the 2000 and the 2010s to kids in Jersey Club, it's like they don't understand, yo. It be like, yo, bro, like
What you mean you was rocking your hips?
Yeah, like yo, it because like yo, but when you think about it, them dances was type sassy. Like when you think about it, like yo, we was dipping
we was
in them
doing them
sexual
jokes,
waltzes. Yeah, like we was really like, yo, it was like, watch me rock my hips.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
like,
but
it
nothing
was
was foul play though. It's like
yeah, nothing. Cause we were see, you know what? We weren't sassy. We were just comfortable with our masculinity,
Yeah,
brother.
that's true.
See, when you safe, you got space. You feel
yeah,
me?
I like that. Oh dang, I need that. That's my gadget.
Hey,
All right.
hey, listen, pick up what I'm putting down, brother.
Okay. Dang, this is crazy. Okay, so would you rather have unlimited money but no friends, or be poor with a strong group of friends?
Oh, I rather have limited money with no friends.
Yeah.
I could buy me some friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I could buy me a
Give me
friend.
the
I could buy me some. Give me the money.
I don't need no
Give me
friends.
the money. Shoot.
You. It's like, no.
Shoot. I go on Amazon Prime. I won't even go on Temu to buy me some friends. I'll walk inside Short Hills like, you want to be my friend? Like, yo, you bugging. Because when you poor, people gonna be avoiding you because you broke.
Exactly.
So it's just like, yo,
They'll
listen.
try to invite you out into.
You don't want to be the broke friend.
Yeah.
The broke friend, like yo, the broke friend, you even when you go out to eat, people always ask you, like they always say everything you say. They repeat it when you order something. They repeat it. Yo, let me get a double cheeseburger. A double cheeseburger? It's like that. Yo, I said a double cheeseburger. Why you repeating what I ordered? Let me get a pina colada. You sure you don't want water? Like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Apple be the other 2 for $20. Like,
word, like, you get what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna hold you. Like, yo, I've been a broke friend though. I'll be over there looking at the bill. I'll be over here like, nah, I ain't ordered that.
I got the water.
Yeah.
I ain't get the. Y'all got the lemonade. Like, you
Word,
ordering surf and turf though. Like,
I was never the friend growing up that be like, yo, like when Cash App got popping, like, yo, hey, listen, man, y'all just send it all to my Cash App. Nah,
no.
I was never that friend.
You're a fool.
Yeah, like now I'm that friend.
You're
Now
a
I be like, yo,
fool.
this zealot to me, yo, we'll be all right. Da, da, da. You get what I'm saying? I got that one friend that will hawk you down. You're not leaving the table till you zealot to him.
Yeah,
He be
nah,
like, yo.
facts. It's like, yo, send me my junk.
Yeah, he be like,
and then
nah.
I'll pay for it.
He be like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my boys, I be forgetting to zealot to him sometimes, or we forget, and he'll just he'll be all right. We be all right. He be like, all right, bro, yeah. I'm like, yo, bro, forget it. Like,
Yeah, bro.
you get what I'm saying?
I tried to do that junk once, never again, brother.
But ask for multiple checks at a table is nasty work, though.
Yeah, yo, I ain't gonna lie. That's my pet peeve, though.
That's nefarious.
Yeah, because it's like, yo, can we get separate checks? It's like, dang. Now you just saying, it's like,
Word.
I'm broke. It's like,
word.
like,
Yeah, like you beating it in. Like, come on. But we all got that friend, though.
Nah, this facts, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had that friend. Well, yeah. All right. Dang, where my junk go? Oh, okay. Would you rather have a dream job but no free time, or a job you hate but plenty of free time?
Dream job with no free time.
Yeah, that was easy.
Yo, going to a place that you hate is whew, that's I think that's what. So when I was working for the NBA, I was working at corporate for the NBA. I asked the guy, I said, how you find work-life balance? And he said, he laughed at me. He said, there is no work-life balance. I said, oh, I asked him this in orientation. He said, there is no work-life balance. And then my manager at the time, all the people still work for the NBA, so that's why I'm not saying their names. I don't want to get nobody fired.
Yeah.
So one of the person, my manager walked to me and they said, yeah, you right. You asked the right person because he's on to his third marriage right now. Like, so he don't know how to have the work-life balance. And I didn't want that. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't want that. I didn't want to make all the money and then have nothing to show for it. And like, you know, one of the things I'm in now too is development, like, you know, building apartment buildings, you know, and stuff like that. And one of my investors works for he's pretty well off, and he said that one of the things that he regrets is how much he worked because his kids said to him one time, mind you, this guy is over here funding projects. Like, we over here doing 120 units. We just finished 16 townhouses in Indiana. Like, you know, so it just like he was like, his son said, yeah, but you didn't raise me. Our nanny raised us.
Yeah.
And he said that he said, Mike, like, you know, I see what you're doing, but, you know, like, make sure you're around for your kids to see them grow, because here I am leaving them legacy, but they say things like,
Yeah, you don't even know.
my nanny raised me. You didn't raise me. So, yeah. So, yeah,
That junk
definitely.
hurt more than
Because
anything.
if it's a dream job, and hear me when I say this for anybody that's grinding, when it's the dream job, the money will come. The money will come. It will come. You find ways to monetize it, and it comes in ways that you never think about it. Dr. Dre said he went 10 years without missing 1 week of being in the studio. Now, guess what? It was a while since Dr. Dre put out an album.
Yeah.
But what did he get from being in the studio? He got beats with Dre. That sold for $1 billion.
Yeah.
So sometimes you may not even get music out of it, but just being in the environment, just constantly chipping at it, you'll find something.
Just be in the room.
But instead of wishing for it, you're working for it, and
Yeah.
you'll find something. You got to just be in the room though.
Right.
So I think that. So when it's your dream job and when you love what you do, the money will come.
That's perfect, bro. Last one. I want to make it a good one. Hold on. This joke sound wild. Okay. So, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Would I rather fight 100 horse-sized ducks?
You know, I'm gonna do another. That just sound wild. I don't even want that sound like.
I'm about to say, 'cause I'm from the
Yeah.
islands. I'm cooking that. That
Nah,
big
'cause
duck
low
going
key,
down.
That joke, that was wild, Mike. I ain't gonna lie. But I said it so slow because I'm trying to word it. I don't want to slip up saying no wild junk. So I'm gonna just whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather never be able to use the internet again or never be able to watch TV and movies again? That's a perfect. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Cause we love Rush Hour, bro.
Word. Cheap suits.
Yeah.
Never use the internet again. Never be able to watch movies.
Cheap suit.
Hold on. Ask me the question again. It sounds like who want to be a millionaire right now. Like I'm trying to make sure. Dang.
Yo.
Buttercream, croc skin.
Would you rather never be able to use the internet again or never be able to watch TV/movies again? You know we love Martin, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm not gonna hold you. I got YouTube TV. That's on the internet. I'm gonna have to go with the internet, bro. I need the internet.
Okay.
I need
So you keeping the internet?
I need the internet, bro.
Damn.
I need the internet, bro. Cause it's like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, I feel like now, if you have a friend and they say, you walk inside their house, you be like, they don't got no Wi-Fi. You be really like, you really be like, yo, bro, what's going on? Like, there's something you're not telling me? So I don't know. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when you hear someone don't have internet, it's like they hand internet. The government giving out internet, like for like. So it just like it's like I don't know if I could. No internet is crazy.
Yeah, that is
because
wild.
now I can't be on the gram. Now I can't do nothing. It's like I don't know how I could stomach the no internet. Because that's Especially I got kids, bro. I got kids and I'm married, so I definitely need something to give me away.
I think I would take away the internet because I feel like people would maybe be more normal. Like, I mean, they'll talk to each other. They won't be as like antisocial because you walk in people just on their phone scrolling type.
Yeah.
So I feel like if we had a world without no internet type junk, I feel like people would be more sociable. A lot of people be able to talk, have more conversations. I don't know, bro. I gotta wipe the internet.
Now, you wanna know what I think about it is one of the rules we have at the crib is that when we get to the dinner table, I have to remind myself that we put the phones away.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, so we have I have 4 kids. So I have 2 girls, 2 boys. So it's David, Zion, Riley, and Judah. So but I don't do stepdad.
Yeah.
I don't do that phrase. You know that. Unless her dad's around, I don't do stepdad. So Riley, I'm her dad. She calls me dad. I didn't force that. I just don't believe. I don't like the whole bonus dad. I don't like the language.
Awkward.
Yeah, because it's just that like I feel like when I say yes to my wife, I say yes to everything.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So I think that when it's especially when I got my baby girl Judah, so it's kind of like I don't want my other baby girl to feel left out.
Yeah.
So I think that like that's one thing that I did. So when I brought all that in, it helps us lock in when we just put the phones away,
right?
And just really lock in because when you're trying to blend a family, it's like now you're kind of starting from scratch. Like everybody got to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And then it's different personalities, different mindsets, different rules. So I think that sometimes that's the thing that we really do. So yeah, putting the phones away and have everybody lock in, the iPads and stuff like that, like it helps everybody really lock in and get to know each other because Like, yo, you don't just want to be a family that just like, all right, well, you know what, my mom married your dad, so like,
Yeah, but
let's
y'all
make
don't
it
even
happen.
have like no bonds.
Yeah,
or
nah,
nothing.
I want everybody to bond because I want people to walk inside our house and know that this is not just a house, it's a home.
Right.
So yeah, so that's one thing. So yeah, like when it's coming to blending a family, yeah, nah, yo, distractions are so important with electronics because you gotta get to know each other because y'all doing life with each other. Like right now, they all home together. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing their thing. You know, they setting it up, and it's dope to get to see my sons do it all over again.
Right.
Because now they're big brothers and to girls now. So watching them be gentle is good. You know, like but yeah, 4 kids is wild. You know, pray for me, brother.
I know, bro.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised you even getting sleep in, John.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you now. Listen, I'm gonna give me some sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby girl had a cold the
deal
other
with it in
day.
the
I
morning.
was tight. She had a cold, and I was just like, oh my gosh. But it's just that, like, it's such a beautiful thing to be, to know that you coming home to your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you did it so long on your own, so it's just like it's dope to know, like, yo, you come home to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get a chance to laugh, you get a chance to love. Gotta cut the distractions though.
Right.
And I think that's the only thing I wish is that I wish that my sons could have experienced this same level of unity. Which shout out to their moms because we did a good job co-parenting. But I think that you know, I would love for them to because I see the difference from when they just have some questions about women. Because now my son's starting to date.
Yeah.
Like they want to date. I'm not letting them date. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they start so when
You gotta give a little leeway, man.
I try.
Like
but,
they slide in the DMs is what you're saying.
Yeah, like now they don't got no DMs. Like they just got TikTok. I ain't letting them get the gram.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
So yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, that is beautiful to see though, especially around the holidays and everything. And
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad because I took you away from your family, and I apologize.
Nah, you good, bro. They know. They love Uncle Matt. So you good, brother.
Shout out to all of them, but
Yeah.
that's all I got, bro. I thank you for even coming on.
Yeah,
yo,
I thank you for
real.
having me, bro.
I learned a lot. Shoot, I hope y'all learned a lot too, man. And yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Hope to see y'all at the next episode. And like the saying goes, don't meet me there, beat me there, yo. Peace. My dog.
Oh my God.
Appreciate it.